Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading regarding something that could be blocking you. If you don't have any blocks in your life and you don't want a reading about something like that, I understand. Go ahead and skip past and come back next week when the new readings load. But for now, if you're a Capricorn that has something blocking you in your life right now, let's find out about it. Let's talk about removing that block. I have the Tarot of Mystical Moments here as the main deck. So let's talk with this deck about anything that could be blocking the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, what's blocking you? Let's talk about removing that. The first card out is going to be, what do you fear? What do you fear, Capricorn? If you have any fears at all, maybe you're a fearless Capricorn. But if the Capricorn that's watching this reading, they're interested to know, what is it that they fear? Maybe you already know. Let's find out if Tarot confirms that. Let's find out. What do you fear? Queen of Pentacles. Well, this is Virgo. This is your Earth cousin. Queen of Pentacles is independence. It's single. It's identifying as your own island. It is, everything I have, it's because of me. If it's gonna be, it's up to me. It's very independent, entrepreneurial, so business-minded, a business person. I know there's a woman in the card and it is the queen, but it's just the feminine energy. And the Queen of Pentacles to me always reminds me of, Mother Earth. And you think about Mother Earth and how she is described, where we have to be careful because, she provides for us. She gives to us. She is there for us, and we can't abuse her. We can't take it for granted. We can't, if we're going to take something from the earth, we better make sure we fully utilize it. So going back to the concepts of our forefathers and our maybe Native American relatives, but Queen of Pentacles is very much, sustenance from the land and very financially savvy. So you make money and you invest that or you save that money. You are good with money. Very Queen of Pentacles. You're also someone that if somebody's hungry, you're going to feed them. If someone needs a bed to sleep in, you're going to provide that for them. You're a provider. You're a protector. You're a savvy financial person, but you also, it's singleness. So all of those things I just got done saying, that's coming through as a fear right now. Maybe you fear being alone. Maybe you fear being the one that's providing for everybody. Who's providing for you? Do you know what I mean? So something about being Queen of Pentacles is tied to a fear right now. And like I said, Queen of Pentacles is really what really comes through for me. What you could fear is being single and independent, which could also translate as alone. And maybe that's your fear. Why are you stuck? Why do you feel stuck? If you do, why is the Capricorn that this reading is for, why do they feel stuck? The World. This is the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So you could be feeling stuck right now because you're still in an old cycle. You're still in an old situation. It's the World card is when we graduate from one level to another. The World card always represents to me like in a video game when you've made it to level whatever because you've passed through all the previous levels. So it's like a badge of honor. It's like a diploma, it's success, it's graduation. But this is showing up in why are you stuck? And I think there's this feeling for you, the Capricorn that this reading is for. You feel stuck because you feel stuck in an old cycle. Whatever is new for you hasn't started yet. So you're still stuck in this old cycle. And that makes you obviously feel stuck. How can a Capricorn unblock themselves? How can Capricorn unblock themselves? Capricorn, how can you unblock? King of Pentacles. Now, this is Taurus, your other Earth cousin. King of Pentacles is like daddy energy. It's big papa. It's the provider. It is the one that I think Queen of Pentacles provides, but it's from a nurturing standpoint. The King of Pentacles, it's like, I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to make sure that it's very grandfather energy. Maybe not more so much as being like a dad, but more a grandfather because it's legacy. The King of Pentacles is fixed earth. They've really got their heels dug in the ground and they're a little bit stubborn. And when they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. And this is showing up in how to unblock yourself. I think it's that what's coming to me is the realization, Capricorn, all this earth energy here, the realization that you have sustenance, you have provision, you have financial fortitude. You're standing on solid ground. You are, I think you're a very wealthy sign in general. So the King of Pentacles is here to say, be that grandfather energy. You know, if you're setting up your family for success, take pride in that. That's how you become unstuck. And you know, we never really succeed by holding on to things. The only way to really, purely, truly succeed is to keep giving and allowing that circle to remain flowing. So how you're going to get unstuck is to own this fatherly, grandfatherly, masculine, taking action on your coin, on your time, your effort, your energy. At the bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. This is the underlying energy. And the Three of Pentacles is about building blocks, going slow, working together with other people. Somebody's got the hammer, somebody's got the nail, somebody's laying the bricks. It's about teamwork. And maybe right now in your life, you're realizing who you can count on as your team. It could be the people that you really work with at your job. It could be family members, but it is more pentacles. So there's a lot of earth energy in your reading, Capricorn, which is confirmation that you're in your element right now. You're really thinking about security. You're thinking about your time. You're thinking about your investments. You're thinking about things that you have worked for in your life. And there is this very giving and receiving nature. And we have that divine pair on the soulmate energy, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So that could be confirmation too. We've got the divine pair showing up, that this soulmate energy is on the table and present, and maybe you are working together to build your future and you really want to see the world go into its new cycle. I'm going to grab the Wild Reflections for clarification. So let's clarify that first card. Why is the Queen of Pentacles, that maybe solo, individual, kind of by yourself, financially alone, why is that what you fear? Capricorn, why is the Queen of Pentacles what you fear? Maybe being alone in your independent, financial independence. Judgment. Judgment is about making a final judgment call. And maybe this final judgment over the Queen of Pentacles, that's a big, powerful energy. And it's a spiritual awakening. And that's clarifying Queen of Pentacles. Why are you afraid of Queen of Pentacles? Because you've made a judgment. You've made a spiritual declaration in your soul that you don't want to be alone. That's been a judgment for you. I don't want to spend my days by myself. I want to share my life with someone that wants to share their life with me. So I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to have all this provision and all this excess and all this luxury alone. That's a fear. Why is the world here? Why are you stuck? Why is the world stuck right now for Capricorn? Why is the world stuck for Capricorn? That cycle of change. Because you have gone within. You have really pulled yourself back, detached from your family, detached from your work people, detached from your closest friends, and you have purposefully gone within to pray, to contemplate, to meditate, to ask, to find your truth, to find your light, to trust your wisdom. So the world might not be spinning to the next cycle because it's like you are stuck in, whoa, you've kind of pulled yourself from, like, pulled the plug on yourself as far as, I'm not interacting with anybody right now. I am all the way inside of myself. Why am I stuck? Because I'm trying to find wisdom and truth and light right now. Why is the King of Pentacles here? For how to unblock yourself, Capricorn. Why is the King of Pentacles? How to unblock yourself. Five of Swords. How you're going to unblock yourself is to have some sort of a verbal exchange, some sort of a heated debate. The Five of Pentacles isn't that positive. The Five of Pentacles is actually, it's arguments, it's conflict. And I think that's about how you unblock yourself with being the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is how you're going to unblock yourself. It's going to be making up your mind, determining how you want to leave legacy energy to your family. And that might involve having uncomfortable conversations with a group of people or someone in particular. But the Five of Swords is words, communication, and it's a 5, so it's about conflict and change. In an effort to preserve your position, you're going to possibly have to have this conversation that you may not want to have, but it's necessary. Five of Swords. It could be an argument, it could be conflict, it could be whatever, but maybe that's good to prepare for something like that. And then we have Nine of Wands at the bottom of this deck, and that's representing the wounded warrior. You've definitely been hurt. You've definitely taken the hits with the arrows, but you're not out. You're down, but you're not out. You're going to come back to your full self. You're going to be unblocked in general, but right now you're just sitting and it's almost like it's not defense. I'm sorry, it's not offensive, it's defensive. I am just going to sit here and I'm going to wait and I'm going to see what somebody else does. And then if I have to fight, I don't want to fight, but if I have to, I will. I'm not looking for it, but I'm also not going to sit and let somebody attack me verbally or, in life, like somebody asking you about your work. Why did you do it like that? That kind of thing. You're not trying to look for a fight, but you're also not going to back down or be a doormat for somebody either. Let's use the Priestess of Light oracle cards for Capricorn. Priestess of Light. Why is this reading in specifically for the Capricorn that's watching that it fits for? What is a good card that will come out to help clarify? Earth Magic. more earth energy. There's a lot of fixed groundedness. This is about being fearless and removing obstacles. You know, the Five of Swords is conflict and change and verbal exchange, and it's about, you know, something that's getting in your way. And we already talked about the world isn't spinning, isn't going to the next level yet, but you're still in your hermit mode. You're pulled within. You're really thinking about things. And this is about being fearless and removing obstacles from your path. That earth magic, knowing where your feet stand on solid ground, connected to the earth, but also connected to the heavens. Earth magic. This is your reading, Capricorn. I hope that it serves you in some way, shape, or form that's helpful for your life. I am on TikTok and YouTube. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share the videos. If you're interested in personal readings, the information is going to be down below. And it's a pleasure to do this reading for you, to be here to help you with anything you might have going on in your life. New readings coming out every week. Thank you, Capricorn. Be blessed and be well. Namaste.